Hey Basics families and players. Today we are going to talk about routines, the critical importance of routines. Before I came out here, I just looked it up because I always like to see the definition, and there's multiple definitions. And these are some of the words that were in the dictionary as they pertain to routines. Customary, regular, typical, everyday activity, unvarying, habitual, repetitive, predictable, commonplace. You can understand that if you develop these routines, pre-practice and pre-game routines, how powerful they can become. You are ready to play because you've done this over and over and over again. It becomes commonplace. It's a routine. So we're going to talk about two different types of routines. The first routine is going to be about a pre-practice or pre-game routine. So just follow me here for a second. I'm going to sit on the bench here. This is going to replicate what it's like to be in the locker room. Of course, this is all going to be done more quickly, but the idea is simple, right? When I come onto the court, whether it's practice or game, I want a little routine. So that bench over there, that simulates what I'm going to be doing in the locker room. So I'm in the locker room, I've changed, I've got my locker. Am I getting to the gym on time? What time am I getting there? Have I eaten? What's my diet like? All these different things. So now I'm in the locker room and I haven't got out to the floor yet, and I'm waiting for my buddies, I'm waiting for the rest of the team, and this is something I'm used to doing, right? So I'm changing, I've got my uniform on, I'm ready to go. So now I always have a ball. This was something that I think is really important for the players to, as soon as you get in the gym, get a ball. And that's your ball. It's your ball. Keep it with you prior to the practice beginning. There should be enough basketballs around. So now I'm coming out onto the court, and hopefully I have a few minutes before the practice begins, and I'm just going to run through some stuff that I used to do myself all the time. It's going to be the same. There's going to be a little crossover, right? I'm going to shoot some shots. I'm going to do the mic-in drill. You know I'm going to do the mic-in and the reverse mic-in. Just warming up. I'm working on some crossovers, some jump stops. I'm doing some more shooting. Left hand, make sure you get the work in with your left hand. Be ready to go. This might take a couple of minutes. It depends on the timing with regard to your practice beginning. So I'm working on different skills, getting ready to play. All right. That's a little pre-practice routine. Of course, you're going to have longer. That was done quickly. But you're generating a sense of familiarity before the practice begins. All right. Now, the second set of routines. Has there ever been a time where routines are more necessary than this time right now? There never has been. This is a historic time. And kids and adults, they're all out of sorts because everything has changed. Everybody's daily routines have changed. So we need to create healthy routines. And here's some examples. Some of this stuff may seem simplistic to you, but I'm just going to rattle it off anyway, because there might be a 12-year-old watching this. There might be an 18-year-old watching this. This pertains to all of these kids. Have daily routines. And sometimes you're going to have to create these routines yourself because it's new. The whole situation is new. Again, clean your room when you get up. Make your bed. Have an exercise schedule. Stretching. If you have any issues at all with your back or tightness, you should stretch every day. You should be in a mode of being able to lift or have weight training, especially those kids 13, 14 and older. This is a perfect time to begin to develop habits as it pertains to weight training. Of course, you're going to work on your skills. Get out there and work on your skills. Many of the kids are still in school. Don't dismiss the schoolwork. Even though it's online and There's all sorts of information out there. Kids are blowing it off. Don't blow it off. Do the work that is required, okay? You'll separate yourself from the other kids in the class who are blowing it off. You should probably have a reading and a writing routine. I mean, not a lot of kids write anymore, but I still write, and it's important, I think. It gives you a sense of normalcy and creativity to do this. So those are just some examples of routines, pre-practice, pre-game routine, and then develop some routines that can help you deal with this unusual situation that we're in. And I thank you for listening, and we can't wait to get back on the court with you and your kids. Thanks again.